Hello, hello, hello. What up, what up, what up? Doing a little bit of Blender tracking. Trying to clean up some tracks right now. Got a tracking error about 1.0. Trying to get it down to at least 5. We'll see how it goes. Alright, that's all wasn't too bad. 0.96. Let's see. I think I still might have a few kind of rogue trackers in here, like this guy right here. Let's go ahead and delete this one out of here. Let's make sure we save and resolve. Looks like that time we got a 0.96. It's getting better. Let's see here. I think I still have a couple of rogue trackers. Like this guy here. I'm going to go ahead and delete this one. Matter of fact, I'm going to go 2. Let's delete both of these and see if that changes anything. Kind of save, resolve. Ooh, there we go. 0.89. Okay, now we're in the ballpark. Looks like my blue line though is still a little bit jagged there. I'm trying to get this blue line as smooth as possible. Alrighty, so looks like we still have a couple of 2s here. We got a 2.3, 2. I think I can clear those up. Let's go ahead and delete anything that's a 2. Go ahead and save that and resolve. .4. It's getting better. We still have a whole bunch of tracks. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go even farther. Let's push it to 1.5. Clean, save, and track. Solve. Hello, hello, hello. Thanks for the love. Best channel, thanks. Love facts. Thanks a lot. Where you from? Where you from? Your channel's so underrated, man. Thanks. Thanks. Yeah, I do it for the few who watch, you know. I don't do it for the fame. And the diehard trackies out there. Actually, I just started this channel about a year ago, and I wasn't really posting to it consistently. I do have another channel with over 140k subscribers. That channel is like predominantly filmmaking, mobile filmmaking stuff. So I'm trying to take a break from that right now and getting back into my 3D stuff. So kind of just, you know, putting some work back into this channel. Predominantly Blender Octane, camera tracking, VFX stuff. All right, let's see what our camera is. Ooh, 0.8. We're at a 0.8 here, so that's not bad. Let's see, push it even more. Let's go down to anything over a 1. Clean tracks. Make sure you save and solve. I think we'll try to push it to a 0.5. I would like to go to a 0.3, but I don't think I have that much time tonight, so I'm gonna push it to maybe like a point. If I can get a 0.5, 0.6, I think we'll be good on the track. What is it here? Your tutorials are so helpful. I was always looking for these types of tutorials. Sweet, that's my point. Yep, so if I'm helping, at least I know I'm helping somebody, one person out there, right? Yeah, and a lot of the tutorials that I'm trying to make is stuff that I just can't find. Like the recent one I just posted on Octane Scatter, like it took me days to find out how to do that, and literally watching old videos from like 3-4 years ago and trying to reverse engineer a lot of Cinema 4D stuff, especially with Octane. And then hopefully it's, you know, a couple of people I can help them out there. Can you make tutorials on GeoRock like VFX videos? He makes realistic videos with Blender. GeoRock, can you drop me a link to maybe his channel or something? I can take a look at some of his stuff and see what kind of style he's got going. There is like 2 or 3 videos on whole YouTube about Blender Octane Scatter Skin. It's no info at all. Yeah, using Octane Scatter, yeah, there's hardly nothing. And like, trust me, I mean, dude, even just Google searching stuff that's non-video, it's tough. I really wish they would like Otoy will update the Blender manual. It's just, it's so bad. It's not the best. I literally just watch Cinema 4D stuff and just reverse engineer it. That's all. That's basically how I'm learning Octane. All right, 0.72. Looks bad, not too bad. Our blue line's a little bit wobbly. Could be a little more straighter. Looks like we got some issues going on in this area here. I'm gonna go ahead and just keep pushing along. Let's go down to anything that's point. I don't want to go too far. 0.8. Make sure we save. Clean tracks. It's off. I believe you can make better VFX than him. When everybody's got their style, everybody. That's the good thing about YouTube is, you know, I might be doing VFX and the next person's doing VFX. We all have completely different styles, so that's why I love about YouTube. A lot of people get discouraged thinking that YouTube is too crowded and like, oh, there's too many channels. But no, but nobody does things the way you do things. So You know, that's one reason why I tell people, if you're interested in trying to do YouTube, just do it. Just do what you do. Yep, it's true. Ooh, there we go. 0.6, guys. 0.6. There it is. 0.6. And I'm gonna make sure we save this again one more time. Ooh, wrong window. Alright, we are saved. And let me see how many tracks do I have left. I still got a 1 that's popped up in here too. We got a 1 there. You gotta be careful sometimes, like with Blender. I might delete that 1 track and it might just go horribly wrong. But I'm gonna delete it. Let's see what happens. I can save. I already saved. Let's grab this 1 track and I'm gonna go ahead and delete that and resolve. Yeah, I'm doing this track here because I've been following another YouTuber. I think his name is Bao, and he's doing this 30-day modeling challenge. I'm gonna see if I can find his channel really quick. And I've been doing, because I want to learn a little bit more about, you know, proper topology and modeling, which really helps with like rigid bodies and stuff. So I started following his lessons, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to use this as an opportunity to practice my tracking and see if I can track a shot every day for 30 days, which is already very tough. I don't think I can maintain this pace for 30 days, but I'm going to go as far as I can. Let me find where his channel was. All right, well, error 0.59, that did go down, so that helped a little bit. Let's see if I can find his video. Here it is. It's his channel. If anybody's interested in learning the basics of like good topology and with really quick short videos, I suggest you guys jump on this wagon. It's really cool. We're basically like on day 5 right now. So I've kind of like modeled every little one of these little pieces, and it just basically teaches you how to do correct topology and modeling, but just really short lessons. So today I'm trying to possibly put this piece in a track, so I'm already 1 day behind. So this has been my motivation to go about this. I also saw his videos, but I do more of anatomy, so don't follow him. Sorry for the broken English. No problems, no problem. Anatomy, huh? So do you do any sculpting? .59. You know what? I'm gonna push it a little bit more too. Let's go 0.7. Solve. All right, 0.59. I think I'm gonna stay here. Call it safe. Save it. I'm gonna go ahead and now see if we can match the camera. I wasn't feeling that song. All right, camera match. So the way I typically go about this, I'm gonna bring in a new general scene. Layout. All right, let's jump back in here. Scroll this guy down. And I'm gonna go set up tracking scene, set up background. Then I'm gonna find a reference point. I wanted to put something here on the top of this, so wouldn't mind having a reference point somewhere in that area up there. Maybe like, no, it doesn't really matter. I'll just do this one here. Yeah, that's a good reference point. We'll do that. Set origin. And ground plane. You know what? I don't think I want to do a ground plane on this. Actually, you know what? Let's go for it anyways. Let's do 1, 2, 3. I'll use that. Set floor. That's gonna be the floor, and then I can just kind of rotate it because I didn't have any type of tracking markers up here on the top. Okay, let's go ahead and let me jump back in here. I haven't seen your scattering video yet. Have you found out how to add my own sub map on models if I don't want some part to be scattered? Sorry if I asked before. Oh, I would think you were gonna have to do a mixed material on that, like for the areas that you want to be different material versus that are not subset. You probably might have to do a mixed material and maybe import a bitmap as a mask. I'll look into that, definitely. I know you can do it. I've definitely seen it on the Cinema 4D instructions. All right, jump in here. Let's see what we got. Super important when you're doing tracking with vertical video to change your camera model. Like, your track won't line up. Like, trust me, it's like very hard. So the first thing I always do, click on my camera, come into here and go to camera, change this from auto to horizontal, and that lets Blender know that we're doing a vertical video. And then our playback's going to be horrible. Look at our playback, 2 frames per second. So I need to make a proxy, jump into motion, and I'm gonna come over here to footage, proxy, turn that on. Proxy is basically like a low quality version of our video. I'm gonna make a 50% version. I'm gonna go ahead and say build proxy. Yeah, so like for me, my main source right now, which is where I'm getting most of my data as far as Cinema 4, not Cinema 40, but Blender Octane, is, let me quickly pull this up. This has been like my go-to resource. It's just a little bit hard though, because like I said, I have to re-engineer it, and then some of the stuff is not up to date. It's a little bit older. You know what? Every time I have this issue when I go to this site. I think I posted this link in one of my other videos. You're back at the Otoy's website. Welcome to Otoy's support. Here, Universal Materials Cinema 4 Deep Dive. They basically show you how to build these materials. Again, it's made for Cinema 4D, but a lot of the stuff I've learned from this, it really works. But if you scroll all the way down to the bottom here, there's a couple of like, see, this is something you might be trying to do. Like, you can mix materials, so like this can be subsurface and this can be a different material. But like down in here, mixing and layering deep dive materials. Here you can basically figure out how to mix materials. And I know it's possible. I just haven't really tried it yet. And again, it's a little bit of a pain, but see what I'm talking about with the mask and different materials. So like, here's layer 1, that'll be maybe your subsurf, then your layer 1 mask, and then the results, which is your base layer. So I know it's possible. Yeah, so that's a good site. I'll drop a link in here for you. Alright, I think the proxy's finished. So I'm going to load the proxy into the camera. Background layer. Scroll down, proxy render. Turn that to 50%. And then boom, here's our playback. 30 FPS. Love it. Love it. Okay. Next, what I need to do is get my... I'm in Octane right now. Let me actually turn that off for a moment. Let's just go to regular cycles. GPU. Okay, these guys here. Let me go ahead and hide that stuff. I don't want to see that. There we go. That's what I want to see. Now let's see how... Oh, this is a tight track. Look at that. And it's locked on there. Solid. Now we just need to orient our camera. Okay. That's nice and solid. Let me click on my camera. Go back to video background. I'm going to turn the background up. There we go. Yeah, that track is solid, dude. Okay. Click my camera. Change this to 3D cursor. I'm going to rotate on the Z. And kind of get this lined up like that. And then I'm actually going to rotate on the X because I really want to put something on top. Maybe something like that. Let's go GZ. GX. Maybe GY. Okay. And I think that's sitting there pretty solid. We got any slipping? I think it's slipping just a little bit. Alright, I need to get my scale set up here. Also, let's take that cube. Turn my ground plane back on. Let's see where that stuff's at. Scale that. Take this GZ and turn on snap, turn on faces. This will snap it to the ground plane. If I turn back on to medium. Is it on the ground? I think it is on the ground plane. Yeah, it's on the plane. There we go. All right, turn off snap. Yeah, that's sitting on there nice. I'm going to take this, scale that on the X just a little bit. G, X, GY. Take this guy, also scale it on the Y. Something like that. Okay, that's nice. Let me save that. Okay, now I'm going to import the piece that I originally want to sit here. This is just a placeholder. But first, scale. I don't know if I should mess with this scale. It might mess everything up. Got a good track going right now. Okay. I know that the top of this was like about 11 inches. So I'm gonna say from here to here is about 11 inches. Do a little bit of math. Turn this to inches. I'm gonna say 11 inches, which would be 2.79 meters. 2.79 meters. I'm gonna come in here. 0.279 set scale, and that made everything huge. Undo that. I'm just gonna leave it. Yeah, sometimes that works and sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, well, actually, you know what? Hang on. Set scale. Let me go back to my layout. And then if I grab the camera and scale it, nope. Yeah, that's not the right scale. Definitely not. Just gonna leave it where it's at because it's sticking nice. Okay, so I'm gonna go back and import my piece that I want to import. Append. Day 5. Blender modeling day 5. What? Hang on. Oh, you know what? I haven't loaded it yet. It's on my hard drive. To load that thing up. Hang on. Yep, there it is. Nice. Let's go ahead and scale that down to, let's go ahead, we don't need this cube anymore, delete that. Take this, scale it, GZ. Matter of fact, turn on snap. Alright, snap that down onto there. Turn off snap, turn back in. Nice. Maybe a little bit bigger, huh? Maybe like something like that. Turn back on my snap here. Gee. There it goes. This here, let's kind of model this out just a little bit better. G, X. Actually, I don't think the shadow is really going to affect it that much, but I'll just leave it there. This one here, I'm gonna go G, X. That. These two back ones. G, Y. This forward one. G, Y. Boom. Let's leave it right about there. It's gonna be my ground, my shadow catcher. Okay, I'm gonna make a copy of this. Shift duplicate. Turn off snap. Sweet. I'm gonna scale this one up. Actually, hang on. First, I'm gonna put a wireframe modifier on this one because this is the whole point. Was to show the was to show the wireframe. Let's go ahead and zoom in on that. Scale it up just ever so slightly. And GC. Okay, and that was basically it. That's what I wanted to do. Nice. Jump back out of here. Oh, it does look like we have a little bit of some sliding happening there. It's very small though. I don't think it'll be noticeable. I'm actually going to just scale that down a little bit. Okay, setting up my scene here. Just jump into Octane. Turn on my Octane. Wait, Octane is on. And let's fire that up. Jump into my scene here. And I'm going to turn off the daylight system. Actually, I'm going to turn off the whole system. We don't need this. World. Power, set that to 0. Take my light here, use nodes, make sure that is on Octane. Okay, what is this, a tune? I don't know what that is here. Let's just kill that. That light is. Kill all the cycles lights. Gonna use our own lights here. Mesh lights. Area light. Let's go GZ. Use nodes. There's my light. Okay, and now we can't see our background, so we have to set that up. Turn on alpha channel. There it is. Again, Octane likes to work better in real world scale. So the light in there was probably like about a foot. Maybe 2-3 feet. Nah, about a foot. About a foot. So I'm gonna come in here, meters, I'm gonna go 1 FT. Yeah, something like that. The wattage would be very low. I'm actually going to delete this, put a black body emission. Plug that into the emission. I'm gonna put this down to like 75 watts. That might even still be too bright compared to the scene. And then I'm also going to add in a LES quickly here. Add in an RGB image. Plug that into distribution. I'm going to load in an IES. I already have some here wide. If you can't see it, turn off filtering, then you can see the IESs. This is just a general wide IES. Okay. Then you need to put on a spectral projection. Plug that into projection. Then change this to normal space IES lights. And there we go. This light was definitely a daylight bulb, 6500. That's good. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and zero this out. Let's creep it in 25. Let's go 20. Okay, it's not too bad, but my shadow is looking a little bit harsh. Let's scale this guy up here a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and put a shadow catcher on this. Delete this material. Press A, SH, shadow catcher material, and drop that onto the surface. And there we go, we got our shadow up there. But I'm not liking the way my shadow's looking here. I want it to be a little bit more softer, so I'm gonna go ahead and tweak the light size, make it a little bit bigger. The shadows here are not that hard. You can see, we do have a shadow here, a little bit of shadow underneath the buttons. You can see a little shadow there. Okay, so maybe that's good. And just gonna throw a quick material on this guy here too, on the cage here on the wireframe. I'm just gonna put a metallic material on here. And just use the universal material, scroll everything down, come in here to base layer, metallic, turn this to 1. Now it's metallic. Glossiness. And I actually can come in here to spectacle layer. I can turn this to GGX if you want it to be something really shiny. Now it's like really shiny, right? But I will break this up a little bit. Let's go like 0.3. Okay, and then the inside material, let's give it maybe just a plastic material. I'd even do just a green like plastic material. Oh, don't crash, don't crash. I haven't saved in a long time. That's alright, I got backup saving, but let's save really quick. Come on, come on, come on. That's one thing, the viewport, when you're not using it, you should really turn it off because it just really lags things down. There we go. Okay, make sure I save. And again, I'm just gonna throw a kind of like a plastic like material on here. Let's go to diffuse. I'm gonna put a greenish kind of to match. kind of something like that. Actually, I might do opposite of that. Green. Green. What will be a complementing color? It will be yellow. Matter of fact, let's see if I can just grab this yellow from here. Nope, that didn't work too well, huh? Okay, there we go. And let's go ahead and just brighten that up a little bit. I'm gonna go to value. And saturation. Crank that up a little bit. I think that's all I'm gonna do for this today. I'm like already super tired. My main objective was just to practice the tracking and get it in here, and that was completed. Let's zoom out here a little bit. I'm gonna pull this light up a little bit also. Press Ctrl Alt B, delete my render region. I'm gonna grab this light. I'm gonna drag it up a little bit. GZ. Like something like that. Actually, I'm gonna probably turn the light down a little bit. Or actually, I can make some adjustments in the camera imager. Go ahead and save. What I'll do next is camera imager here. Camera. Scroll down. Turn on my camera imager. There we go. That already makes a big difference, right? Because I think turn on my ACES map tone mapping, and we need to brighten that up a little bit. Let's go 1.3. I can get those levels to match a little bit better once I have it separated, and then bring it into DaVinci and highlight roll off. I'm gonna crank that up to 1. We'll just get a little bit of highlight just to roll off a little bit better. And I think that's it. All right, and I'm going to turn on my render settings. Glossy is way too much, 16. Maybe 16 also on my scattering. That's probably still too much. 500 samples. I'm going to take this down to 200 samples. GP clamp. I'm going to set that to 1. And adaptive sampling. I want adaptive sampling. Let's go 75. All right, let's turn the render off and just render out 1 frame. See what that looks like. Not bad, not great, but I can definitely fix it up in DaVinci. I think the shadow might be a little bit too much. Need some side lighting, a little bit of lighting. Actually, probably bring Yeah, a little bit of side lighting. Take this light here. I'm gonna add a constraint to it. Track constraint. Click the object. Then I'm gonna duplicate it. Shift duplicate. And kind of just pull one off to the side here. Let's see what that looks like. I'm gonna make it really low though, as far as power wise. And same thing here, Shift D. Gonna pull it that way. And power. Let's make it half. I'm gonna go down to 10. And the same thing here. 10. And Shift D. Put one there. Let's make them even lower. 5. Top light too, also maybe knock that down to 10. And this guy here, I want to make sure he's directly, it's directly above us. It's gonna G up a little bit, something more, a little bit here. The closer I get, the smaller my shadow gets. Yeah, the smaller my shadow gets. Alright, I think I'm gonna call it quits there. I'll go ahead and save that. I can fix the rest in post. Let me set up my compositor. Come in here, since we're using Octane, we don't need to have the background foreground layer. It's super easy to render out layers in Octane. That's one reason why I started learning Octane, because I don't have to do all these weird layer passes. So what I do here, let's go back, turn off the render. This is my shadow catcher. I need to put this as, click on D, give it a render layer ID of 2. And I go to my passes. I want that to have a black shadow. Reflection. I'll do a reflection pass just in case, but I don't think we're gonna need it. And then I need to turn on global for that. Okay, that's it. And then go back to compositing. And then here's the outputs for those right there. They pop up in there. So technically, I don't need all this stuff here. Go ahead and kill all that. Oop, undo. Here's one thing I do want to keep. My distortion node. Because I'm going to take that and redistort. Undistort, redistort. Okay, and then I'm going to take S, denoiser. I'm going to take the image, pipe it into there, into the denoiser, into my distortion to redistort the footage, and then file output. And I'm going to save it to a folder. Day 5 renders. And let's call this one obj underscore hashtag hashtag hashtag. Save that. Then I'm going to duplicate this setup again. This one's going to be for the shadow. And also here, just call it shadow. It's gonna I already have it set up to automatically make folders. Okay, and save that there. Now I need to take this one here, pump out the shadow into here, and then duplicate this one more time. Shift D. If I can find it. And then one more for the reflection. Reflection here, here. Come in here, reflection. Save it. All right, there we go. And I actually might want to do a denoiser also on that reflection just in case. I'm not too much worried about the shadow because the shadow I can blur that out. All right, and the rest of this stuff really could just be deleted, but I'll just leave it there for the sake of composite so you can see the composite. But what I will do, you can get a free video out of this by just changing my stock settings here. So it will automatically render a video. Now it's called as vid, render video. And just change this from PNG to video MPEG. H.2.4, and I don't really care about the rest. These files are the ones that I really care about right here. All right, and let's do a test render. Let me go maybe to frame 140. Let me go to render lock interface and render one frame. Probably should have added some text to the top, like day 5 or something like that. Actually, couldn't animate that too, just like rotate around or something, but I don't want to do that. I'm tired. It's already like 12:30. I had to work today. 3 p.m. and it's already 12:30. All right, what's my render time taking? It's looking like 1 minute a frame. I'm definitely gonna have to try to optimize this render. All right, there it is. Now we're not seeing the shadow in here because the shadow is not part of the composite. That's why we don't see the shadow there. So again, if I come overall, I think I might have to do a little bit more samples. This looks pretty gritty too. They're almost kind of matching. And then what I do here to check if you want to see this. So if I hold here, let me press Alt Home, View, drag that guy over there. There we go. So here, if I hold down, I can view my passes. See, there's my shadow, and this is the reflection pass, which you won't see because I have to multiply it. But there's the shadow pass, so I know it's there. And the same with this. And technically, you know what I could just do also, just for the sake of the render view, pop this one in here. There, and it should show up. All right, so my render time was taking 113 a frame. Not too bad. I'm gonna go to bed, so I don't really care how long it's gonna take. They'll have all night to render. But let's see. That's at 200 samples, 16. I wonder if I cut 16, divide that by half. I wonder if 8's gonna be that much of a big difference. GPU clamp. Let's see if I take this to 100. I don't really think it's gonna make too much of a difference, but we'll see. So I'll go to render. I'm gonna make a second, just so I can compare the two. Render frame. I definitely don't want to take 2 minutes a frame because that takes way too long. And I got about 352 frames. Ideally, if I get something around 20 seconds to 30 seconds a frame would be nice. I could lower the samples down too, but I don't want to lower samples too much because then the denoiser will make the image look blurry. All right, let's see the difference. There is a noticeable difference. Let's go back to frame one. I'm gonna give it one more frame and I'm gonna go to 100 samples. I'll go to 100 samples and take these guys back to 16. Ooh. 16. I don't think I need that much specular. And actually, I don't really need that much diffuse either. It's just glossy. And it's really not too glossy, but I would say glossy. You know what? I'm just going to put them all at 8. The heck with it. I'm going to really grunge it up anyways in post. 100 frames. Save it. My last one here. And plus we're not also seeing the denoise pass because it's not connected to the compositor. It's connected to the file output, so in reality it's actually a lot smoother than what we're seeing. Yep, still coming up on 1 minute frame. There's that 1 minute. Oh, okay, 1 minute 98, 1 minute frame. That's not too bad. Let's see the difference. It's minute. It's minute. But we're talking about 1 minute 3 to 1 minute 12. I'll take the 1 minute 3. And it probably looks a lot better than that. Let's actually see what it looks like in the compositor. So through the noise here. Denoiser takes a long time. Come on. Oh, there we go. Let's see what that looks like. Render results. I want to go to viewer node. Okay, that's what it looks like with the denoiser on there, so it's a lot cleaner. Yep, I think I'm going to call it quits there and just render it out there. Okay, and one other double check before I always... You want to check your source files, make sure that they're in their proper place. Whoa, 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 whoa. Got all these windows open, that's also not helping our render time. Alright, let me check where I saved these files at. See, they all have their own folders there, so they're all ready to go. I think it's good. And you figure it's going to be about that size anyways. Good. And we won't be able to see the other ones until I composite them together, which I'll do tomorrow. Let's go ahead and send off this render. One more big save. And render animation, and we'll see it in the morning. It's probably gonna take all night. So all right guys, this is Patrick LeVar. Thanks for tuning in on the very first stream. Hopefully one of many. Catch you guys in the next one. I'll be looking out for this. Probably I'll post it as a short on Instagram, or I'll post it on Instagram and here, so you guys will check it out tomorrow. Catch you guys in the next one. Keep tracking. Patrick LeVar. Peace.